Welcome. Thank you so much for subscribing to this YouTube channel. Welcome once again. Here is the headline for today. Listening to Professor Akintoye as he apologized to all those Yorubas that were sold as slaves to the white people. So before I dive into the details of everything Professor Banji Akintoye said, please don't forget to like this video channel. For those who have not subscribed yet, please click on the red button subscribe to get more of this news. And for those joining us for the first time, thank you so much for joining us and trusting us to bring you latest updates. Now here's the full details of what Professor Banji Akintoye said. So he said he came out and greeted all the Yorubas all over the world. Wherever you are, different continents, greeting all the Yorubas. He said that we have been on this Yoruba nation struggle for 4 years now, and God has been helping us. He said that, but some elderly women among the Yorubas that can see what we cannot see. Those are the ones that God has blessed, to see visions and dreams and things that happened in the past. He said they've come out to say that there is something that the Yoruba nation, the Yoruba people are forgetting to do. There's something they've not done, and if they don't do it, there will be an issue. And he said that those people that were taken as slaves into the different continents of the world, that we own them something. And when Professor Banji Akintoye began to explain everything, I was almost shedding tears. Sometimes we don't know what is doing us. We don't know everything we might be going through is because of what our forefathers have done some years ago, 18th century, 19th century. Now the Yoruba people are suffering under bondage, being killed every day. They will always ask, "Killer Shefa one Fulani." We didn't do anything, but they came and started killing us. What did we do? We don't know that it is what we did to our own fellow Yoruba people some years ago, how we sold them into slavery. That is the reason why we are going through the suffering. Now Professor Banji Akintoye explains everything for us here. So I'll just go into what he said. He said then in the 18th and 19th century, they took fellow Yorubas, like those white people, come to the Nigerian shores, like to adjust it. Then we didn't have Nigeria. We had different how will I call it now? I've forgotten the name they usually call it. Different kingdoms. Yeah, I think it's different kingdoms, and kings ruled them. There was no governors, there were no presidents. Kings just ruled. We have the Yoruba, the Oyo Empire, Ile-Ife, different people. The Igbos had theirs, the Fulani had their empires. So the white people would come and they would want to buy slaves because they needed to take care of their plantation. They could not work themselves. They were chicken bones. They had chicken bones. They could not work themselves. So they would come over to these shores. They discover that the Africans, they had strength. They had more strength. They farmed on their own. They had different big farmlands, hectares of land, and they farmed and they made produce themselves. They were not hungry. They were rich with their farm produce. And they said, okay, we need people to come and work for us. And then they came to our shores and came to buy us. And then the problem, the mistake our forefathers did, our kings then, those powerful people, those prominent people did then, they sold us, how will I put it? The Yorubas, they sold the Yorubas. For those that are powerful, they sold the lesser people, they sold the poor masses. And this is what is happening in Nigeria now. This is what is happening in Yoruba land now. Those people that are powerful, those kings, those queens, those powerful, wealthy people, they leave the poor masses. They don't care about us. We are being killed every day. They don't care about us. That was what happened in those slaves time. Those times they sold slaves. They took people, they could not sell their own family, so they sold the failed people that were poor. They didn't have money. They'll just come, they'll send their guys, their bodyguards then to kidnap those people from their farmlands, people that went there to look for what they will eat. They'll kidnap them and sell them and put the money in their pocket. So these women came out and said that what these people have done is very, very sad. I don't know if because while I was in school, then we showed us some videos, and I was really crying and shedding tears of how all the slaves went through when they were taking them passing over the Atlantic Ocean to to America, to I don't know, different countries of the world. It was really very sad. They chained their legs, chained their arms, chained everywhere. I don't know if you've watched the video, you would understand what I'm talking about. These kings, those prominent peoples, they sold their brothers, they sold their fellow Yoruba people as slaves to those white people. They made them slaves according to the continents of the world. And then these Yoruba people, those Yoruba slaves, they cursed the Yoruba land. They looked back and said, is this not our own people? These same people? Is it not the same? Is it not from Kwara State that we came from? It's not from Ogun State. That time there was no Ogun, there was no Kwara. But is it not from Ile-Ife? The same place we came to. They now sold us like this. Kodao Mashu. We have people. Some people are wicked. So they look back and said, wow. Can our own people do this kind of thing to us? Can they do this kind of thing to us? How they sold us people that chain our legs, chain our hands. If you see some of the pictures, they padlock their mouth with padlock. Oh God, I don't know how to explain this, but I'm very sure we've watched all those history videos. They padlock their mouth, padlock with this thing. Just imagine who will not curse these people, who will not, with everything they went through. The wickedness. So they now said that this wickedness that our own people have shown to us, this suffering that they've made us to go through, that they will also face it in their time, and they place this curse on Yoruba people. So now our mothers are saying that it is the curse that is now working against Yoruba nation. That it is that curse. Although we plan something and we'll plan big value, we'll plan that we want to live, different strategies that make sense. But within few minutes, everything will come back on. There will be confusion. People begin to fight themselves over positions. This is the cause that is causing all this. It is the cause that was placed on Yoruba land that is doing all this. And then Professor Akintoye said, we need to apologize and plead to these people that they should forgive us, that their spirits should forgive us, and that the curse that they've placed on us will be removed. The curse that they placed on the Yoruba people will be removed. That if they don't plead for it, this thing will continue to go on, and they might not receive this independence that they are asking for. If they don't go and plead to those people, because people that have placed the curse, if I say that blood of Jesus, sometimes it's not just about prayer. You need to go and plead to those people. What our forefathers did to them, it's nothing to write home about. He said that so they've written a letter in different languages, in English and Portuguese and in Yoruba, different languages, to all the continents of the world, to all the countries of the world, in different languages, that they should please not be angry. And I'll quickly paraphrase the letter that was written. I bring greetings to all Yoruba people, all those Yoruba people, for some people that have not apologized to, for those people that the Yoruba people have offended, they are apologizing to them. Professor Akintoye said in the letter that it is not an ordinary letter, but an epistle born out of deep revelations. He said some times ago, the kings and powerful people would take their own people, not other people, their own people, and sell to the white people. He said these slaves, they looked back and placed a curse on Yoruba land. Those ships that the white people came to take, used to ship the slaves away. Those ships, whenever it is wind, like there's storm, normally on oceans there will be storm, now there will be waves. Some people, they mistakenly fall and they die like that. God help us. He says some of these Yoruba slaves, they committed suicide by jumping off of the captain's ship to the Atlantic Ocean. They could not bear the pain. They could not bear the shame. They could not figure out, like, try to understand how their own brothers, their own sisters, their own fathers, their own mothers could sell them into slavery. How? How can this be possible? Some of those slaves, when they got to their destination, when they got to where their captives took them to, they will put them in the farm, their plantation, those hectares of land. They put them there. They will farm from morning to night. What they will give them, watery beans. They don't give them enough food. Some of them, they will fall sick. They will not treat them. They will die. With everything that they went through. Some of them, before they will die, they will place a curse on the land. Some of them, with all the suffering we had. I don't know if you heard about the song that some people they created. They formed the song while they were walking. So will be sick. They cannot take them to the hospital. They will die. Wherever they put them, they will put one with there. Oh my show. Like, the suffering was too much. They had to be placing curse. On the plantations, they will be singing and be crying and be walking. They could not bear it. So now Professor Banji Akintoye said in the letter, he said he apologized on behalf of the past kings and chiefs and those who folded their hands in helplessness. Those that looked the other way when they could have spoken up against this evil practice, this slavery. And those who participated and benefited from this evil deed of selling their fathers, their mothers, children, friends, neighbors, and relatives to these white people. They are apologizing on their behalf. I should please forgive them, forgive what their forefathers have done. That the present Yoruba people are coming out and apologizing. They should please have mercy on them. Have mercy on them. And I pray that the Spirit will hear the cry of the Yoruba people now. Have mercy on them. Because if they should look at what they've gone through, they would not apologize. They would not answer them. Because what those slaves went through in the hands of their captives, the Yorubas, they have not even gone through half of it. They've not gone through half. What the Fulanis are doing to the Yorubas now, it has not gone to how those white people treated those Yoruba slaves. But I pray that they will have mercy on us, and God will also have mercy on the Yoruba people. So what's your take on this? What's your take on the fact that we ourselves, the Yoruba people, sold our brothers and sisters into slavery for money? And that's what is still happening now. We are still fighting ourselves. The Yoruba people are still fighting themselves over positions, over Kinikon. They are still hitting themselves among the same Yoruba people. How would they cope if they are finally given the independence they all desire when they have their own nation? How would they cope? So what's your take on this? What do you feel about this? What's your reaction to this? Let me hear this in the comment section. Please comment. Please and please comment. For those joining us, comment. I want to hear your comments. I'll be waiting for it. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for listening. God bless.